Hey everybody, quick video. I look a hot mess today, but I wanted to do a video real fast on this particular unit. Let's step back in time to 1984, 85. This was the Rainbow D3 they were selling door to door at the time. I actually inherited this one. This was my grandparents. Mom bought one back in 84, and then shortly after, my grandmother got one. She had an old Kenmore canister that she used for, I don't know, 15 years. So when she saw this, she wanted to purchase this, and she got it. At the time, this was an accessory. This is a tool caddy. It is designed to hold all of your standard tools, your upholstery brush, which has a removable brush, crevice tool, dust brush, which she used quite a lot, bare floor brush. There was a rug attachment that went here, and I may have one in the shop somewhere. But this was an optional accessory. If I remember correctly, if you gave them so many extra names, you got this. She also got the extra 4-quart water basin, which she very seldom used. 2 plastic wands, a floor squeegee scrubber, which was probably used one time, extra belt, a bag to deflate, a sprayer sudsor attachment, and all of this stuff was stored in her attic. I mean, you can do the math. She probably threw it up there in 86, and it's 2021. So even the manuals, she was intricate about writing. I got tickled last night. I was looking back through the manuals. She wrote the serial number in here like they said to do. This manual was printed in 984. So same with the Rexair manual here, 784. So these are in pristine condition. You don't see very many of these anymore. Tells where the manufacturing was done, Troy, Michigan. Just a bare bones manual, but I remember as a kid reading through this thing, me being a vacuum fanatic, I was just in awe of this thing. And it gives all the optional accessories. They even have a 2-gallon water basin here. She did not have any fragrance oils with it. There's the aerodynamic rug tool that did up here as well on the top. Rexair foamer, you had a floor squeegee. They had a wood 16-inch floor brush for large jobs. Again, your 4-quart basin. And the power head was actually a new option at the time. And believe it or not, even the separator brush was not included with this one at the time. So pretty neat to go back in time for a little bit. Came with wands, 2 hoses, a non-electric, and then at the time they were wrapping the electrical cord around the hose, and they were fastening it with these little rubberized clips here. Again, the power nozzle, if you compare it to the SRX and even some of the other ones, well, actually the SRX is the one that has a slide on it. Low, medium, high carpet selector. All that does is open the vents under this piece of plastic and allow decrease in airflow for higher pile carpeting. These power nozzles had a beater bar. The bad thing is, it was great, but the bad thing is if you ran over rocks or whatever, it would cut this, and so you basically be shredding your carpet every time you vacuumed it. It had 2 rows of bristles, but she kept this thing in pristine condition. So I put a new belt on it. Everything is ready to go. Had a power light here, a reset button, and then the Rainbow logo here, as well as on the top of the machine. No HEPA filter with this one, just an exhaust port that you could plug your hose into to blow. Again, you can take your finger and you can see the dust. But this, again, very minimal dust compared to some. I'm gonna take this thing apart.
You can see where you've wiped it on the
Yeah,
inside.
you can see where I took a rag.
Yeah.
But again, just for all you skeptics, the water does not catch all the dust. That's the reason they started putting the HEPA filters on these units. Your on and off button, and to open it up, you just release the clamps. There's your separator. Got a little bit of dirt in here, I guess from last night. And the old water basins. This is a 2-quart water basin. Y'all heard me fuss in the SRX video about how small the water basin was. The E2 Black is a 2.5 quart. This is 2 quart, so 4 quart. So if you were doing large rooms, large house, you don't want to have to keep stopping to change the water. You put this bad boy on, fill it up. But you just had to be very careful as you were pulling it over rugs or transitions, because it could, if you didn't have the nozzle above the wheel, you had it sitting like this, it was easier to tilt over, and you would end up getting water in the motor, and you would see quickly it did not last. So I forget the specs on this motor, but we're going to do a quick. Oh, and another thing I like, some of these people like the new SRX wheel design. Even in the manual, you can set this on a flight of stairs. On the new SRX, you can't do that. The wheels are attached. You cannot detach them. So I do like that. I remember Mom putting this in the car and without the wheels and cleaning the car out some. So we're going to do a quick test. I want to turn it on and let you guys hear it. It's not one speed. Your air vents are around the control here. Here's the new running. I'm going to pop the hose on, and again, you've got a bleeder valve here for suction control, or airflow.
And with that model, you can actually go direct here and see if that will give us any increase at all.
And you know what? I think in the manual I read somewhere where it did pull 60. Let's see if I can find it real fast. There is somewhere in the manual. I read it last night. Here it is. The Rainbow has a rugged, powerful, totally enclosed, sealed bypass motor generating 1.3 horsepower with 880 watts electrical intake. Because it has sealed bearings, it requires no oiling. This high motor whirls at a rate of 14,000 revolutions per minute, creating a movement of, it says 65 cubic feet of air per minute. So, but again, an 85-year-old 1985 machine. So, still pretty good for that. But let's hook this power nozzle up. The bare floor tool, honestly, she never kept it on this. She had a lot of tile in her house, so this always stayed in the closet just like that for easy access. Connect power head. And most people in the day never did. You can disconnect this. It is a pain in the butt. So this always stayed connected. She would just swap out hoses. Connect your power. Let me grab. Just put a little bit just to show you the agitation. So there you go. I think it's kind of neat. I'm a history buff, so I love going back in time, but She took immaculate care. You don't see too many of these in pristine condition like this. So I thought you guys would enjoy this. I'm probably gonna hang on to this one just for sentimental reasons. Don't know where I'm gonna put it, but we'll put it somewhere. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this video of the D3.